Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Friday Morning Live Show. The live show's podcast and meta content is brought to you every week by these loyal sponsors. McGraw-Webb Chevrolet on the bypass in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for 30 years. Join the McGraw-Webb Chevy family today. Tucker ATV, Jackson, Alabama, your local servicing Polaris Hustler Echo dealer with an international reputation. C.T. Ward Power Sports in Camden, Alabama, XL Godfrey Hurricane Boats powered by Mercury and Yamaha engines, your water skiing gear headquarters on Lake Millis Ferry. Safford Trading Company and Safford Equipment under the tower in Safford, Alabama, home of your residential and commercial lawn care bundle bear. Wildlife Management Solutions in Utah, Alabama. Let the guys at WMS select the right seed and blends for your soil type. South Alabama Kubota and Reynolds on the Strip in Monroeville, Alabama. Kubota and Skag Zero Turns, the right Kubota tractor for the right price. Thanks for supporting the Gettin Outdoors sponsors and enjoy the show.
Gettin' outdoors, Big Daddy Lord, talking about everything he knows, from the riverbanks to the holler. Country boys, way of life out in the woods and on the water. Yeah, we're getting outdoors, Big Daddy Lawler. Big Daddy Lawler.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Gettin Outdoors with Big Daddy Lawler and Taylor Ward. This morning, we are live from the Grampian Hills Outdoor Media Center. 72 degrees outside, sunny, with a 2-mile-an-hour north winds, and fall is in the air. Taylor is feeling good out there right now. Boy, we got a great crowd on here already this morning. Let me recognize everybody. Old Tommy D, he's here from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Alan Hudson, good morning. Temperatures do feel good, Alan. Noonan Hall in Natchez, Mississippi. B-Dog, good morning to you. Mr. Harry Pardon's tuned in this morning. Leon Andrews, Larry and Debbie Abernathy, Old Thunder. Dale Dearman, how you doing this morning? Rusty Godbold's tuned in. Rusty, about need to cut my grass one more time, my friend. Grandma Karen's tuned in out in California. Rex Martin, I sent you the note. We got some good news on the tower the other day, Rex, and you'll like this too. They're putting up Starlink satellite dishes on the tower behind my house, the tower in Camden, the tower in Possum Bend, and the tower in front of the paper mill. And they're going to link all those towers together. It's going to be a wireless tower. because they couldn't get the fiber optic dug in there, but they're going to make it wireless through that Starlink, and we're going to offer the Verizon cell service and internet service.
Okay.
So that's coming if all my information is true, and I sure hope it is. But anyway, good morning, Rex. Let's see. John Reagan, good morning. Miss Bunny Bales up in Tuscaloosa. Chilly, 64 degrees in Tuscaloosa. Y'all got a big football game up there tomorrow night, Bunny. Michael Hilliard, I thought you were going fishing this morning, Michael. Old guy Wynn, yeah, you ought to be kicked out back. You don't get me started on what happened to you this week. I ain't gonna do it on the air. But Gary Jackson's tuned in, and appreciate everybody tuning in. We got a lot to go over today. Before we get started with Taylor and everything he's got, y'all, I got up Sunday morning and I said, I want to go check the water towers in Camden. It was August of 2019 when Eric Hen hand painted the murals on the water towers in Camden. And I just wanted to go see how they was holding up, because I never will forget him calling me that morning and say, hey, if Laura wants to go up and do an interview, we need to do it. I'm fixing to put the UV coating on it. So he put UV coating on it because, but here's how it's held up. Now, this is 4 years. This is a hand-painted Camden, Alabama mural, 4 years, and this was shot Sunday morning with the BDL drone. That's amazing that he did that by hand, Taylor. That's the one on the bypass. I tell you that.
I can't believe it's been 4 years.
It's been 4 years since he did that. That's hand painted Camden, Alabama. There's two of them. It's one in town too. It's just on one side. But I just wanted to share that with y'all this morning and let y'all know how proud we are of our Camden water tower. I guarantee Al and Brooke Smith tuned in. Good morning to y'all. It does. It still looks great, Rex. It really does. It sure does. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show. Let's go to the events first before we this weekend in Demopolis, Alabama. It is the Rumble on the River. It was scheduled for July, but they postponed it because of water conditions. It's a Saturday and Sunday race, 11 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Saturday, 12 p.m. on Sunday, and $10 admission. Kids 4 and under free, and food vendors are available. And it's been years since I went to a boat race. You in the boat business? You ever fool with them race boats?
Used to, not anymore.
I was talking with Kevin the other night. He said to win that thing tomorrow, just the engine, you're gonna have to have $25,000 to $35,000 just in the engine. How does that work? Are they class, Taylor? Is that the way
they have different classes, but most of the guys locally run that. I guess it's slightly modified class, 100-mile-an-hour bass boats, basically what it is.
Wow. I'm telling you, but that'll be on the riverbank, and it is something to see now.
It is. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, but that is tomorrow and Sunday in Demopolis at the Demopolis City Landing. Also tomorrow in Gilberttown, Alabama, they're going to have an artifacts and collection show. I know a lot of y'all enjoy stuff like that. That will be from 10 till 2 at the Choctaw County Historical Museum right there in Gilberttown, Alabama. They're going to have knives and jewelry, old coins, arrowheads and pottery, fossils, sharks' teeth, all kinds. They're looking for arts and crafts, yard sales, and food vendors are welcome. $25 for a space. And like I said, it will be from 10 till 2. And if you need more information, you can call that number on the screen, 251-843-2501. And then Sunday, they're going to kick off the Lake Sunday Crappie Series. This will be the fall series, stop 1. It will be at the 400 public launch. And I don't know exactly where that is, but they're going to register boats Sunday morning from 5 to 5:45 a.m. You can make your first cast at 6 a.m. 3 o'clock weigh-in. Participants can leave once entered. Entire team arriving. Now they're going to let you have 5 people per boat, $30 per person, $10 optional big fish pot, but you can't weigh in but 7 fish per boat. So
I think Shane and John were talking about
yeah, they were
this
talking
last
about
night.
that last night. I
Said
think
that
John
launches in the middle of nowhere.
yeah, John and Jessica are gonna fish in it.
Okay.
So we'll get a report from them, and they're gonna pay one place for every 7 entries. Tournament director contact info is Cody Wash 205-994-4273. Or they have a Facebook page at Lake Sunday Crappie Series. I kind of like that, and then let's see. Next, this will be on September the 14th. What's today? The 7th, 8th. So this will be next Thursday. Next Thursday at the Bridgeport City Landing, there will be the fruit jar opens, and they have a good crowd. They do a good job with those 8 or 10 boats to show up, and there'll be a 3 o'clock launch, weigh in at dark. And I think they just weigh in 3 fish, but I ain't sure about that. But it's $15 per angler, $5 big fish per boat, 2 anglers per boat, cash only, please, because they don't have any way to do the credit cards. And I don't know, he must have had a check bounce or something. But anyway, tournament director is Ken Clayton, and he's been doing a mighty good job with that Bridgeport Thursday afternoon fruit jar opens, and so y'all, and it's cooled off now. Good morning, Jim Andrews, Mark Brunner. Good morning, my friend. If y'all have not downloaded and listened to podcast 234, me and old Mark Brunner sat down and we went through. Mark is an expert at these game cameras, Taylor, and the way you go into a store now, or you go on the internet and research game cameras, they are pretty intimidating at how the type. And Mark goes through it all on this week's podcast, and it's very informative. Always glad to sit down with Mark and Brunner, but I wish he'd had Mitzi with him, but I hadn't seen her in a while. But thank you for a great podcast. Robbie Ray's tuned in. He's headed to the Grampin Hills this morning. Good, come on. Jimmy Cook, good morning to you. Let me put this up here right quick before we get to Taylor, because I wanted to. You still got time to get your tickets for this. I gotta. Here it is, and this is the 30 guns in 30 days, $30 per ticket. And this is for the Outdoor Friends Forever. We had Jim Hardy on here a couple of Fridays ago. They will start daily drawings. It will start September the 29th through October the 28th. They're giving away a gun every day. Drawings will be posted on the Outdoor Friends Forever Facebook page and website. You do not have to be present to win. And you can get your tickets, $30 per ticket, at www.outdoorfriendsforever.com. That's www.outdoorfriendsforever.com. So y'all go and get your ticket and help. Though Jim does a great job with those special needs kids. I guarantee you. That's Mitzi. How you doing, my dear? Yeah, you're going to get on the next one, and we're going to do another one soon. Sure did. And by the way, happy anniversary to y'all. And Mitzi, that was a great video you put up yesterday, and I can't believe y'all been married that long. Good Lord, but you show looking good to be married to that scoundrel for that long, Mitzi. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. I got a few things to talk to remind y'all. Good morning, old Travis Hudson coming over here to catch them crappie this morning. David Royal, good morning to you. Tomorrow, a special teal season. You got any duck boats out there, David?
I've got a couple.
The teal season comes in tomorrow. Rabbit and squirrel season comes in tomorrow, and that is that hunting season started, Taylor. It is started. I just got a text. Look at old Shane Jones tuned in this morning. I just got a text from Park Harris. He stayed up all night. Hunter Pipkins music. I just played your song, and I appreciate that, Hunter. Park sent me a picture. He stayed up last night. He got a full table full of pork rind skins out there.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you, they're the best I've ever eaten. He damn sure knows how to fry them pork skins. All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Oh, one more thing. The state park has changed hands. So where you used to do your online registration, that's gone. Now, I guess the state will have an online. I have no communication with them. I have talked to the supervisor, and last time I talked to him, he was looking for a manager. I hopefully we're going to get that transition smooth. Ronnie Cloud said his last day is Sunday. I'm going to try to get out there and see him where I can get the information, but I don't know anything right now of how they're going to do online registration. Right now, you just call the number at the state park to reserve a cabin or a event like the jugging contest we're going to talk about in a minute. But I'm going to sure miss Vista and the management there, boy. They were mighty good to us when we did those tournaments, Taylor. They really was. But I'm really, really going to miss them. But that's the way it goes. Things change. And all right, let's talk about Taylor Ward, and let's talk about CT Ward Power Sports. You got some new stuff going on. Before we get to the new stuff, though, I want to talk about this right here. You put a video, and I was going to put it, but I couldn't. It was too big. Talk about that EX200 bass boat. That right there is the newest addition to the XL family. Talk about it a minute.
Yeah, it's they prototyped that thing. I think I said in the video 4 years, but it was more like 5. I saw the very first one in Arkansas in 2020 that was complete, and they had already test ran it, but they were not satisfied with it. And they kept tweaking and tweaking and tweaking, and I kept saying, when are you going to release this thing? We're ready for it. I think it's going to be huge in our area. And they finally released it. Matter of fact, there's only 5 out right now that I'm aware of, and I have one of them. But that is a phenomenal boat. It is foam filled, just like the bay boats from bow to stern, 71-mile-an-hour boat, and room galore. Even for a crappie fisherman, I mean, the front bow is so wide you can put 3 pedestals across the front. It is a sturdy boat. I have not gotten to run it yet. I have been in one in Tennessee, but have not gotten to run this one yet. And I look forward to taking it out in the next week or two and really giving a full report. But better yet, I hope somebody gets it before I get to run.
Well, that's a good looking boat. I guarantee you.
Very good looking boat.
Sitting right in the front door if y'all want to go check it out. But now this is the one that we need to get Joe Allen Dunn in. Let's talk about that. That is the Bay Pro 220 Elite.
Right. And so what they have done, they have added 8 inches in the bow. So it's 8 inches wider than the original Bay Pro. And
I like that color.
They're doing that with all the Bay models now, the 18-foot, 20-foot, and 22-foot, and they just released a new 23-foot Elite that it's not like the old 230. It has the shallow sides like this unit, but the wider front bow, I think that's really appeasing mainly to the crappie fishermen. You can put 2 people up front very comfortably. And it also increased the horsepower rating. So that boat used to be rated, the original 220 was rated for a 200. Now it's rated for a 225.
And that's what that one's got on it now.
It's got a 225.
225.
On it. Yes, sir.
I'm not a speed person. I really am scared to run up and down that river that fast. So that's way too much power for me. But it'd take about a 225 to push old Joe Allen up and down the road, and he's in the market for one. And we're gonna put the pressure on him. Taylor.
We need to. That is a 60, 61 mile an hour boat.
Wow.
And it's heavy enough that it doesn't get squirrely with you. I mean,
Mhm.
anybody could run that boat at that speed and be okay.
Yeah, it's a. I'm gonna tell you, and you got so many boats. You have such a variety. You got a boat for every uh, bass fishing, crappie fishing, cat fishing, pleasure boating, skiing, whatever, and it everybody's budget too. And you
Yes,
still
sir.
got that
Well,
Sheffield financing. Have you got financing
yes,
available?
we got more than Sheffield, and we have several entities. And right now, until we move them all of the 203s and 220s, not the elites, the 2023 models left in stock, we're selling $1,500 below dealer cost
Below
right now.
dealer cost.
I
Right
need to get them gone. It's time for them to go so I can get the new elites in. But we got to move some 20-foot and 22-foot boats that's been here for a few months.
Yeah.
So,
Now's the time to buy a boat.
absolutely.
This is the time to buy
Yes, sir.
a boat. All right, now let's talk about what I expect you wanting to get rid of some of them hustler lawnmowers too.
Yeah, we've been moving quite a few of those, but I got several commercial mowers left that I'd like to see gone before we get into the off season. I think I've got 8 left, anywhere from 48-inch to 60-inch.
And what's the price range in those 8?
On the interim commercial mower, those start at 85 on up to, I mean, you can spend $25,000 on a mower now.
But the one you got in
everything
stock
that we have in stock is 85 to 15,000 range, and Hustler still has 0% financing for 42 months right now.
Okay, that's good. Now let's talk about these AOs. AOs. I drove one. You let us use it at the ABT 100, and those are fine. They so darn they are so wide. They are wide. But talk about those, because you need to get rid of them in hunting season. Right
I do. I mean, this same situation with the boats. I've got those are 2022 models, and we're selling them at cost as well till they're gone. So they've changed some designs on them. So we're really wanting to get some of the new ones in. So right now, if you're looking for, I've got them starting as low as 12.5.
And now that's got the winch and everything.
It's got
on it.
A 4,500-pound winch, a windshield, rear view mirrors, turn signals, brake lights. It is street legal if you register it, and you have to change the tires on it to a DOT certified tire, and it can be street legal. And it's, we get millions of questions all day about them. Everybody walks in, what is this thing?
Yeah.
It is basically a aftermarket Can-Am. It has the same running gear and the same engine. It's just an aftermarket. I know it doesn't look the same, but all the running gear is the same as a Can-Am with a 1-year bumper to bumper warranty.
Well, they are nice vehicles. I have been in one. Ask Rusty Godbow. He can tell you about one. He rode in one.
Yeah, and they also
Frank McGraw too.
They also have electric dump beds as well. Every model has an electric dump bed on it.
And they're starting at 12.5.
I got them starting at 12.5
with financing.
Yes, sir.
With approved credit. With approved credit. All right, now you've added something new that I'm very excited about. You are starting a rental fleet. Talk about what you're going to
Well,
have.
It's kind of started. I do food plots on the side for people this time of year. I'm busy, but I always have people calling. You know where I can rent a tractor or whatever. So we decided, especially in our area, that we would add just a average size utility tractor with a front end loader, bush hog, disc, whirly bird, box blade, whatever attachment you might need to rent out, especially for the guys that have 150 acre lease, don't have a tractor, don't want to buy a tractor. You can get it for a weekend, get your projects done, and get it back. And we also have a mini excavator, and I'm telling you right now, if you got culverts to put in, little beaver dams to break, even pulling shrubs up out of the yard, it's not so big that you can't use it around the house.
That's right.
It is a very handy tool. I took it this week actually with my little dozer business, and we put some 24 by 30 culverts in with it. It is a handy machine. And we've got the trailers. If you need a trailer, you can rent those additionally for both units.
And you will deliver.
I will deliver. Yes, sir. I will deliver. And if you on the daily rental, say you're going to pick it up on, you want it for Tuesday morning, you can pick it up at closing time on Monday and return it closing time the following day. 5 o'clock Monday to 5 o'clock Tuesday. And any machine that's rented for 5 days, you get a day free.
Okay. And now, are you going to try to add stuff?
We will. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
And I think we'll continue to. I know we're gonna in the right near future. We're gonna have a man lift, a JLG lift, and probably a ride on trencher. At some point.
What about one of those stick steer mulches or bush?
Well,
it's so much maintenance involved.
We've talked about it, but that's
and they are expensive.
A lot to follow around, but it's possible. We're going to see how this goes, one thing at a time.
All right, 2 more things I got on my list here. Number one, when Bruce McNider was in business, me and him did this every year at this time, and it never failed. Springtime, somebody would go to the river, put their boat in, the boat wouldn't crank, or either they get a mile or 2 down the river and it would cut off, or either the dead gum block done busted because they did not winterize their boat. Now, how many of y'all out there have already, your school started, football started, dove season started, y'all done backed that boat under the shed and ain't even thought about winterizing it. Right. So right now is the time to get it to CT Ward and winterize it. Tell them how you winterize one.
I mean, it's pretty simple. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It's $120 to winterize it. And, honestly speaking, an outboard motor, it's not as critical to winterize. You don't have to, but if you've got an inboard, we had a couple of situations just like you talking about this spring, and I'll tell you one. Just be real upfront about it. This is a rare occasion, but a customer last year, we winterized his boat. We had that cold spell in around Christmas time where it was bone jarring cold for a week or so. And even though we winterized his boat, he ended up with a cracked block. It's not foolproof, but it's 90% effective. We filled the block with antifreeze, we fogged the exhaust ports, and you're good to go. I mean, in 45 minutes, I got you ready to go home with it. But it is a good idea. But also, that's really all we do with inboards nowadays. I don't have enough help. We've kind of gotten away from working on inboards, but we will still service them and winterize them, but nothing major mechanically.
All right, the last question, and everybody's wanting to know. And I don't want you to put it off on Joe Allen because we already know he ain't going to do that. When is the next jugging? And are you going to do a crappie or a bass tournament in 2024?
That is yet to be determined. You wanted to know. That's what I can tell you.
We need Jessica out here. She should have come with you.
I don't think we have talked about it and wanted to, but I don't think we will do a bass tournament. I think we can rule that out now. The jugging tournament and the crappie tournament, that will most likely carry on. I just don't have any dates or a location right now. With the park changing over, we've got to discuss that. But we will get something out there in the real near future on that.
All right, y'all, this is something I did not put up a while ago, and I did want to remind everybody tomorrow in Chatham, Alabama is the 7th annual Iron Men Dove Hunt, Wheels for Emma. And I think it's a free hunt. I think they're just asking for donations. But you can, everybody's calling wanting to know where a dove hunt is. Well, there you are in Chatham, Alabama. Call Corey Tate, 251-589-8479 if you want to go to Chatham, Alabama, and get involved in that. And another thing I wanted these girls, I tell you, Mandy Stokes and Jennifer Chapman, they are just, y'all just don't have a clue what they're going through with people calling them, picking up dogs on the side of the road, and they taking them in, and they ain't, it's just a labor of love. They are not getting any kind of, they need help, I can't foster one, but I can help pay for food and stuff like that. And I sent them a little money. They're looking for people to foster dogs and need food, treats, dog food, crates and supplies, volunteers, but mainly they need monetary donations. And you can send your donation through PayPal at Ditches to Riches, or you can email them at ditches to riches, ditches_2_riches at yahoo.com. And let me tell you, these girls are just angels for those dogs. And, we can say what we want to about people putting dogs out, but it's going to happen. And Dr. Bill Bledsoe, me and him used to talk about it all the time. And it's just a pitiful, pitiful state for somebody to put a dog out like that. A dog it's just their life is worth more than that. And these girls right here, bless their hearts, they are really. And I talked to Mandy not long ago, and she said they just, we did a show on him. They just need support. They're not getting the support that they need. And I know a lot of y'all can't foster a dog and not going to pick one up on the side of the road, but you can help with the expenses. And if you go to PayPal and just send them $5, $10, $15. If everybody listening does that, that'll help them out. I really do. So that's Ditches to Riches. Y'all help them out if you can. And because it really is. They really do a great job. All right. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right after a word from these loyal sponsors. Southern Oak Outdoors, formerly Willingham Sports, Demopolis, Alabama. Cody and Rachel Wallace, new owners, where tradition, the hunt, and the catch are only half the adventure. River Legend Outfitters, Citronelle, Alabama, your one-stop for all things hunting, fishing, and outdoors. Home of the frogging tournaments. Coast to Coast True Value in downtown Camden, a shopping experience you will never forget. Bubba and Joe Allen Dunn at Dunn Sports in Thomasville, Alabama, across from McDonald's. Outfitters for the serious sportsman. Rack and Reel Sports Grill next to Piggly Wiggly in Camden, home of the all-you-can-eat wings on Thursday night, where anglers and hunters meet for supper. Community Neighbor Bank with locations in Greenville, Camden, Pine Hill, and Grove Hill, serving rural Alabama since 1906. Bringing you the Gettin Outdoors weather since 2007. Plaza Golf Cart Sales in Demopolis and Tuscaloosa, your easy-go superstore. Town Country United Bank, Camden, Alabama, proud sponsors of the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report every week on the Gettin Outdoors podcast. Lawler Timber Company, Camden, Alabama, family-owned independent business offering professional forestry services and home of the Grampian Hills Outdoor Media Center. Class Storage on the bypass in Camden, Alabama. Safe, secure storage for that motorhome, boat, or camper. ClassStorageLLC.com. Thanks for supporting the Gettin Outdoors sponsors. Now let's get back to the live show. Good morning, Miss Kay Donaldson's tuned in this morning. I'm always glad to see you, my dear. We need to do a podcast here before long about the 2024 ABT and ABT 100. Ryan Gunn, yeah, this is a great looking fish by Team Fishmaster cap you sent me, and let me show you. I got this right here. This right here, old Mark Bolden sent me this 16-inch slab, and look, hanging out his mouth, one of them Fishmaster hand-tied jigs from Mr. Ryan Gunn. And y'all go check him out on Facebook, Team Fishmaster, and he sent me this good-looking hat. All right, let's do the community neighbor bank Gettin Outdoors weekend weather forecast for the weekend of September the 8th through the 10th, 2023. And it is a good one. It is a good one, boys. Cooling off a little bit. Today, sunny with a high near 90 degrees, north winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 63. Saturday, sunny with a high Saturday, 88 degrees. Man, that gets me fired up. And north winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Saturday night, 64 degrees, clear with a 5-mile-an-hour wind. Sunday, sunny with a high near 90 degrees, calm winds becoming northwest 5 miles per hour in the morning. Then Sunday night, mostly clear with a low around 65. Boy, 88, 90 degree days, 65 degree
Crazy
night.
we're getting excited about having 88, 90 degree weather.
That is your California weather right there from Grandma Karen. The current 61, cool out there with 3-mile-an-hour winds, 61% humidity, sunny skies today, high 96. You hotter than us out there, Grandma Karen. Clear skies, low will be 61, should be 80s and 90s all week. Have a good time and stay safe. You too, Grandma Karen. Always enjoy sharing our community neighbor bank, South Alabama weather with Grandma Karen. I guarantee you, we always enjoy that. All right, that's about all I got. Anything else you can think about? Taylor, you want to tell them before you get back out there and Jessica puts you to work?
No, sir. I think we covered most everything. Y'all come see us.
If you don't do anything, hey, Michael Buchanan, good morning, my friend. If you don't do anything today, right? If you don't go, you don't even have to pull in to see. Just ride by there and look at that inventory, man. You got some boats. You got every side, duck boats, fishing boats, pleasure boats. You low on pontoon boats, so
I am low on those, and but I've got 2 left.
And right now is the time. I know one is coming up, but if you want a deal on a boat, now is the time to do it, because I'm telling you, come spring, everybody's gonna get the fever. Them prices ain't gonna be what they are. You don't want to carry them through the winter.
No, sir.
And you will make a deal on them. So if you even thinking about buying a boat right now, and I know everybody talks about interest rates, but it is some good financing out there.
It is, but hey, it's not getting better anytime soon. The longer you wait, the higher the interest rates.
That's exactly right. And I'm gonna tell you, just like who was I talking to? Old Pooh Baby last night. He was talking about wanting to go somewhere. I said, man, heck, enjoy yourself. Just go ahead. You might be gone tomorrow. Go ahead and get that new boat or that new AOs or that new Hustler lawnmower. But main thing, go out there and see old Taylor and Jessica. They do a great job, and I appreciate everything they do for the Gettin Outdoors show. Tim Mattis, good morning to you, my friend. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. It's been a great show. Taylor, thank you for coming out here.
Thank you for having me.
And always welcome. And I know we give Joe Allen the devil, but, really, Taylor, he kind of deserves it. That old Steve Long. Steve, I need to get up with you, because what you're doing with the University of Montevallo Outdoor Scholars Program with that shooting, you are the shooting coach. They're doing that skeet shooting. And I think I don't think that's been promoted enough, Steve. So I'm going to get up with you, and me and you need to sit down and do a podcast about that shooting program that y'all got at the University of Montevallo. I know the fishing program, I know they're the national champions, but you don't get enough on that shooting program, because I like to shoot them skeets. That is a great way to spend the afternoon. And Steve's got a shooting team up there, and I'm going to get up with him and do a podcast. That old Trey Wade, good morning. Old folks. What the heck you talking about, boy? Old folks. And so everybody have a great weekend, and it's going to be a beautiful weekend. Get out and enjoy yourself. And Remember, now, I always say it. Y'all do listen to me because everywhere I go, somebody says safety, 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 but I really mean it. Practice safety, safety, safety. If you're out there planting your food plots or fishing or camping or shooting birds, whatever you're doing this weekend, be sure to practice safety, safety, safety. And remember, old Taylor got tractors, bush hogs, and discs now for rent at
Yes,
CT
sir.
Ward Power Sports. Everybody have a great weekend. Now more than ever, God bless America. And remember what old Big Dad says. Get outdoors. And Taylor.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick.